What's up, you guys? Today we're back at the shop. We're working on the Civic. We're about to do the engine bay. We'll start putting some bondo down. I've already been in here. I've had the heater on. It's really cold except for in front of where we're at, so I'm trying to make this quick. I've already prep sanded all the areas that I'm about to put the bondo down. Everything's looking pretty good. I think it's all in shape and ready to go. I thought I'd go over my little process here. I got some old bondo that I've had laying around for a little while. I know you're like, why don't you go get some new stuff? But you know how we do. No matter what, when I'm using this cheap bondo, kind of like the stuff you get at Walmart or whatever, or any auto parts store, it's always a little bit thick. It's like on the creamier side, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. So don't judge me. I need to go get more mineral spirits. I left this thing outside for like 2 days. I swear to God, the rust out here is crazy. It's not the most accurate pour them, but put a little splash of acetone in there to thin that out. Like I said, this is kind of old bondo. It's been laying around for a long time. Oh, it's like creamy soup right now. But I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna mix this up until I get it nice and blended. Get everything off the walls that I'm missing here. Get that all nice and mixed in. We'll get a nice cream. It's a lot easier to work with. That's more like professional grade bondo, like the stuff we used on the hatch for all the body work. The nice thing about acetone is you can also just kind of let it burn off here. You can leave it open for a few minutes and it will kind of burn off all the excess vapors and gases that you don't want. But I'm going to go ahead and mix this. I'm going to stop recording right now because I'm going to try and make this a short video, only like a 10-minute video. And I'll get back after I get some hardener mixed into it. Another thing, guys, with hardener, always make sure it's metered up because the different chemicals inside here become like liquidy and nasty, and you want to make sure it's nice and mixed up before you apply your hardener to the bondo, or you'll end up with like a really big wet runny spot that's not supposed to be there. So alright, I'll get back to you guys after I get some mixed up and put on the car. Stretching it, making sure that I'm not getting air bubbles instead of stirring it. Oh, I just got a bunch on my fingers. So we got acetone on this rag. It seems super gnarly to do that with your hands, but It is what it is in this game, fellas. What's up, guys? So in the last clip you see me get all the bondo laid down. It's looking good. I got in a lot of the divots that I wanted to get rid of. I think we're at a good stopping point for the night. You guys are kind of tilted. We're sorry about that. This is just kind of quick, simple video. I don't want to make it too long or boring or anything like that, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the hatch. I just got off of work. I stopped in at the shop. I mixed up the bondo you guys seen, and all these little dimples and low spots and problem areas that need to be addressed before you can actually lay a nice clean slate. I went ahead and I addressed those. That's all that we did. You guys got to remember, this bay has been shaved previously, so a lot of the work is already cut out. We're just fixing areas that have already been messed up from numerous engine swaps working on it, different things that happen, right? So, like I said, we're at a good stopping point. There's not much I can do. I have to let this bondo dry. Technically, where you live in a warm climate, you go wait about 15 to 20 minutes before you start sanding or, you know, scuffing it up and start working it. But in this conditions where we're at right now, I'm gonna have to wait for about, in my perception, I would like to wait about 24 hours before I started sanding this. So with that all being said, that's all we can do, right? So quick update on everything that's going on. I talked to the guy to mix the color for the car, that mixed the color for the car, excuse me. He's gonna mix the color for the engine bay. It's a custom color, like I've said before. He's got everything to do it. I just need to bring in my old jug so he can get all his color measurements and everything off of that. So I'll be revealing that color to you guys so you can see it in its beautiful form when it's actually wet before it goes on. The big thing about getting that paint, you know, and getting it out of the way is so that we can actually get this motor in here and actually start mocking up the turbo and doing all the big stuff, you know, actually making some headway, getting the car put back together. Before, you know, we get this painted, we can't do any of that because it's pointless, right? So I figured I'd go over the motor setup really quick with you guys. If you don't know about the block, I'll put a link up here above that shows how we built the motor and what it all entails, what's in the bottom end. For those of you that don't know, the cylinder head is a B16B cylinder head. It runs 201 cams, Skunk 2, dual valve springs and titanium retainers. That's the Alpha series. It has Ferrara 6000 series valves. It's been brand new decked. You know, all the little things that you would need in the cylinder head is what I'm getting at. It's got the Skunk 2 Alameda leads. It has a Skunk 2 intake manifold. It's been ported, polished. It has all the good works, everything that you would need. It needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be gone through before it's attached to the new motor. But I just got the money together to buy the new head stud so we can actually bolt this thing together. I have the JE Pro Seal head gasket that we're going to be using, so we're pretty much in the go, just waiting on head studs, and then we can get the motor bolted together. So we need to hurry up and get the engine bay done so we can get the motor in there, and then I can put the turbo kit in there. The new turbo kit consists of a 1320 top mount turbo manifold. It runs a 3582R ball bearing turbo that we're still trying to get right now, and just getting the funds all together. I have other turbos, but that's the route that we want to go. It runs a Mac 3 port boost controller. It's got all the boost spike gear, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna quit, you know, jabber-jawing. I don't want this to be a super long video, but that's pretty much the setup in the car. We need a twin disc. It runs a GSR transmission. Our real hopes for this car is to run 9s. We know it will go 10s with what it's got going into it. We're gonna break it in at like 520 something horsepower on E85. It runs 2200 cc injectors, AEM fuel rail, regulator, 450 pump. We got to put the fuel cell in. We still got a lot of stuff to do to this car, but everything's in the works. Everything's coming together. It's going as planned, so I'm super stoked, and I'm glad that you guys are coming along with me. Update on audio equipment. We're getting a new mic. I already ordered everything. It's in the mail. It's coming to me. The main thing that we're waiting for is a mic adapter, because on these GoPros, you have to use a mic adapter, and it's like a $50 little unit, and they're out of stock, so we had to wait, but that's coming. It'll be here by the 7th. So some of the newer uploads, we're gonna have way better audio. It's gonna be awesome. We got big things coming, like I said. You guys that are, you know, interested in the merchandise, I've been, you know, going through multiple different ideas and, you know, what I want to do there. So that was cool. But so, you know, we got multiple different ideas and things that we want to do. I think that we kind of came up with one at least, or maybe two. We're going to have those printed. That will, I'll let you guys know when they're available. So thanks for watching. Yeah, stay tuned for the paint reveal and all the next stuff that we got coming on, you know, the turbo kit, all that stuff. Tell your friends, please make sure to like. You don't know how much liking the video actually helps. If you're not going to comment, I severely, you know, I don't know how much I can press to you guys that liking the video is gonna make it, you know, get out there and get known. It helps majorly. So please, if you can, give me a like, give me a subscribe, you know, maybe share it with your friends, whatever it is. But for tonight, I'm gonna call it quits and see you guys in the next one.